What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Dan from Dan Reviews It All, and we are looking at the Dewalt ProLites. These battered safety boots are mine. You know, you might think, why are you doing some boots reviews? But probably the most important tool in any person that works in construction or anything like that, so that's why. Alright, so the Dewalt safety boot, these are the ProLite version, and I thought they deserve a bit of a rating because they're excellent, no doubt about it. They're for a wide foot, which is handy for me because the safety cap finishes about there and my toe tends to stick out a bit, so if you just go for standard ones that aren't for wide foot, the safety cap will finish slightly lower, and anytime you kick something, which you do to move things out of the way or to nudge it a bit into place, your little toenail is right behind the corner or the edge of that safety toe cap. So you notice I'm not calling it a steel toe cap. That is because these are not made of steel, these are aluminium. They still have the J200 rating, which I believe is the sort of impact or crush sort of standard, so they're just as strong as steel toe caps, but they are 10 times lighter. So very often when you're walking around in muddy places, your boots get very heavy. You don't want them to be heavy in the first place, otherwise that just makes things more difficult. So the grip on them is really deep, really good grip. They have anti-static soles. They're not waterproof and they're not fireproof. They will burn, they will melt, so probably not good for that, but they are oil proof. So presumably that means they don't slip as much, and that's probably down to these huge treads here. Very deep treads. It's good for a number of things. They'll last much longer. When you're working in mud, your treads will dig in and hold you in place a bit better, so that's good. They do clog up with mud and you have to bang them off now and again to lighten your foot, but that can't be helped really. It's a trade-off. You either want shoes that don't have good tread and you'll be slipping around, or you want good tread but they'll clog up with mud. Hopefully you won't be working in mud all the time. One thing that I did notice is they have these hooks, and to slip them on and off is quite easy if you just undo these hooks, twist them over and put them back into place, and that tightens them up. However, after about 3 days of me pulling these tight while they were wrapped around the hooks, it broke the outer casing of the shoelace. So that is a bit of a fail. Probably my fault. You shouldn't really be using them. You should untie them and then retie them every time, obviously, but no one does that. So here's what happened. I'm now using the inner core of the shoelace, and it's not a problem. I actually cross them over, so let's do that again. So cross it over like that, then hook it round, do your knot. I know this seems really stupid, but this is what I do. And there's it tightened, and then when you want to take them off, you just unhook these bits and slip them off and slip them back on the same way. Just hook the bits back up again. But that's what caused my break, because what I'd do is I'd pull these to get a bit of extra tensity, or intensity, is that the right word? And then slip it on, but the pulling it is obviously sheared the edge of the case. Not a problem. You've also got your loop here that helps you sort of pull the shoe into place. I do like Dewalt kit, but I don't necessarily think they're the best, but they certainly got this shoe right. I've gone through hundreds of pairs of safety boots. They've all have gone from rubbish ones and thought that's why they're cheap, because they're rubbish. Then I've bought sort of mid-range ones and I think, right, I want ones that have got a really good toe cap and stuff like that, and they turn out to be really heavy, and then everything squashes down behind the toe cap. I've worn these for a few months now, every single day, apart from my last video you might have seen with the breaker. Really bad, should have had boots on. But these have already stood the test of time. I did put like a protection on there, like a Scotch Guard protection, but you have to apply it like so often, and if you're going to be slushing around in mud all the time, it's pointless. I suppose it helped a little bit, help it clean off, but then got bitumen on them, so that's not coming off anyway. And they are what they are. They are work boots, so they're not. It doesn't matter what they look like, it's whether they do the job. Super comfortable inside, the sole is great. Yeah, I really rate them. I've obviously stepped on a nail there, you can see, because something's gone up through there and dug into the side. That could have been bad if it went up through there. And that's what they're for. So yeah, the Dewalt ProLite. They're not cheap, they're around £55 a pair. But I do recommend them. Everybody should be using a good set of safety boots. Your feet are so important. If they get wet, you can get trench foot, you can get blisters. If you have anything sticking up, like nails, screws, if you step on those, you can damage your foot, and I've done that really bad. And most importantly, in construction, I used to be a welder, and I used to work on bridges and gantways, and sometimes a bridge, 40-meter steel bridge, lowering it on a crane, it'd sit on your foot, and even that a steel toe cap would resist that. So I don't know how good the aluminium toe cap is in comparison, but apparently it's got the 200J rating, so that's got to be as good. This is what I recommend. They'll keep your feet safe and warm. Once again, thanks for joining us, boys and girls. There's not a lot you can say about safety boots, so it's only a short one this time, but these bad boys are the Mac Daddy. So if I've missed anything, put it down in the comments, like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.